Yeah, I think it probably is, but I think it's really the internet that allows people to collect and organise and be activists from their armchairs very easily, which is a good thing. I think it allows people to engage in issues very easily, whereas previously you had to, get your banner and go and march down a street, and particularly I think for women and mothers, that was tricky because they, had lots to do. They're very busy and they have kids to look after. So actually I'm quite pleased that this great medium gives people the chance to organise and collect and be activists in an easier way. It definitely wasn't part of the original vision to campaign on stuff. It was much more about allowing people access to each other to solve their problems, to pool information and knowledge. No, it came a bit later when we realised we had the ear of politicians, and then it seemed remiss not to get involved in the issues that users cared about, and now they demand that we campaign on their behalf. Well, we started off with a similar business model actually around advertising, sponsorship, and a lot of e-commerce which never really materialised. So it was the same business model that we have now, really. We do a bit of market research now as well. But it was just a very bad business model because it required scale, and we didn't have any scale, so hence we had no money. And the only reason we survived is because we had zero costs in the early days. We didn't pay ourselves a salary. I don't think I ever really foresaw it becoming as big as it is now, but from very early on it was useful to people. So people would write in and say, this has literally saved my life, thank you, and I've made some great friendships, and so it was obvious it was useful. So I always felt if it's this useful, ultimately it's got to be a business, but I just can't work out how at the moment. And I don't think I'm unique there. I mean, better business brains than me have struggled to make a buck out of the web. But luckily we were fortunate in that we didn't raise a lot of money, so we didn't have a high cost base, which is why we're still here.